You've seen the reviews, cult favorite, dermatologists recommended, perfect for mature skin, at least on paper. But I've tested the IT Cosmetics CC Cream on my combination skin through humid days, dry winter patches and rushed mornings, and let's just say it wasn't the skin-loving experience I had hoped for. In this video, I'll show you exactly what went wrong, how it performs on my mature skin, and whether this really lives up to its claims or just its marketing. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Anne, a medical doctor here to teach you how to best take care of your skin and general well-being. IT Cosmetics claims hydration, protection and complexion perfection, tongue twister, with just one step and without creasing or cracking. Well, here's what happened for me. Within the first 2 hours it started breaking down around my nose and mouth. But that's not even the worst part. By hour 4 it looked as if I had been wearing my foundation for 3 days straight. I'll show you the pictures later alongside the application method I settled on after much trial and error. Right now there are 30 shades available, ranging from very fair to very deep, something that was apparently worse when they launched. My store only carried about a third of the available colors. The rest could only be ordered online, which means getting the right shade can be a gamble, a 47 euro gamble. I wear the shade light, which is a good match for my skin, but leaning on the lighter side. But onto the more interesting stuff. I don't know why I had the misconception that this would be a medium to light coverage foundation. I mean, it literally says full coverage cream on the label. Still, somehow I expected a lightweight texture and was surprised by how heavy this felt when pumped on the back of my hand. A little like a thick moisturizer mixed in with concealer. There is a noticeable fresh and citrusy scent I didn't find unpleasant, except that it always reminded me of air fresheners, which isn't exactly what I want from my foundation. But the real test came when I tried to apply it, and let me tell you, some methods were absolute disasters. I'll rank them from worst to best so you don't waste your time like I did. Fingers did not work for me at all, despite it being the method I'm most familiar with. When I started wearing makeup, there were no fancy brushes or beauty blenders available to us. Applying foundation with your fingers was the way to go. Yes, it is messy, but it also has some advantages. You have control over the amount of pressure, the warmth of your hands will help the foundation blend in with your skin. It is actually something I still quite like. With the IT Cosmetics CC Cream though, it didn't work at all. My fingers seemed to just push the product around. When I touched an area I had already applied a layer to, it would lift off again, so no matter how hard I tried, it would always leave me looking like I had patchy camouflage paint on my face. Sponge was better, but still problematic. My beauty blender knockoff from my drugstore, which normally works just as well as the real thing, was better in terms of giving me a lighter coverage, but had the same issues with sometimes lifting off product in areas where I had previously applied it. The winner, a dense foundation brush. I don't own the one IT Cosmetics sells to go with their foundations, but have some that are shaped similarly, and these gave me the most even coverage without the lifting problem. So I finally found a way to apply it that works. But how did it actually look and perform throughout the day? Things got even worse. I touched on it before. I expected a light to medium coverage, which this absolutely isn't. It is what it says on the tube, full-on coverage that hides every blemish and patch of hyperpigmentation I have. When applied with a damp beauty blender, you can bring it down a little, allowing some skin features to shine through, but as I mentioned before, it was trickier to apply. Now, I don't wear full coverage on a daily basis anymore, especially as with this one you can clearly see that there's a layer of foundation on my face. Without contour and blush to add dimension back, I look completely flat. That is an effort I usually reserve for special occasions, not my Tuesday morning routine. Absolutely personal preference though. If you want full coverage, you will certainly get it here. Now, let me paint you a picture. I'm fresh-faced, the CC cream has just been applied and everything looks great. Smooth, even, radiant. But fast forward just 2 hours and reality starts to set in. Around my nose and mouth, the product begins to crack and separate, making the high coverage even more obvious as it starts to unravel. That's on a good skin day. Now imagine it's midwinter, my tretinoin treated skin has a few dry patches, and instead of diffusing them, this CC cream clings on for dear life. Texture is magnified, not blurred. By the 4-hour mark, what started off promising has turned into a crusty, patchy mess that's hard to ignore in the mirror. It's like watching your makeup melt away in real time. I've tried different products underneath as well as setting it with powder, but the result was always more or less the same. For reference, my skin's combination with a T-zone prone to oiliness during the summer months and prone to dryness around nose and mouth due to my tretinoin in winter, so it might work differently for you. I also didn't test it with a dedicated primer as I don't use them, just with my sunscreen underneath that I use with every other foundation in my stash as well. As the alleged skin beneficial ingredients are one of the main selling points here, let's take a closer look. Though I'll be honest, I don't think you should rely on your foundation for skincare benefits anyway. The first red flag for me is the SPF 50+ claim. Here's why that's problematic. The amount you'd need to get SPF 50 protection would make you look like you're wearing a mask. I use 1 to 1.5 pumps maximum for a natural look, but you'd need 4 to 5 pumps to reach the claimed SPF level. That would be completely unwearable. Depending on which shade you get, the SPF will be provided by different ingredients. The lighter shades, I will pop them on the screen as I don't want to read them all out loud, use a mixture of titanium dioxide and zinc oxide for that. Both are inorganic filters that can feel heavy. The deeper shades don't use zinc oxide and titanium dioxide only in a much lower concentration, but homosalat, octisalat and octocrylene instead, presumably to prevent white cast. This means the formula is actually different depending on your shade, which could explain why some people love it and others hate it. Other than that, there's glycerin and hyaluronic acid as humectant, niacinamide for its many skin beneficial effects, snail secretion filtrate, green tea extract and colloidal oatmeal for their alleged skin benefits, and then 2 peptides, palmitoyl tripeptide 1 and palmitoyl tetrapeptide 7, both part of the Matrixure 3000 complex. There are also a ton of other plant extracts, including different citrus essential oils that might irritate those with sensitivities. The IT Cosmetics CC Cream just didn't work for me. Yes, it delivers the full coverage it promises, but that's about where the good news ends. The texture feels heavy on my skin, and by the 2-hour mark it already starts breaking down around my nose and mouth. By hour 4, it's patchy, crusty and altogether unflattering. And it's not just a seasonal issue. Whether my skin was oily in the summer or dry in the winter, the result was always the same. It makes me wonder, who exactly is this formula meant to suit? And if you want sun protection or skincare benefits, don't look at your makeup. Invest in a proper SPF and a targeted skincare instead. Your skin will thank you for it. Have you tried the CC cream? Did it work better for your skin type than mine? Let me know in the comments. I'm genuinely curious if others have had better luck with the longevity. And if you enjoyed this video, you will most likely enjoy the others linked on the screen here. Don't forget to check out the description box for everything else I have to offer, and like and subscribe so you don't miss the next video.